I am hoping that you can see this. It is raining. It's been pouring with rain ever since I left Brisbane. That, I think, I'm not sure, is the Glasshouse Mountains, or part of the Glasshouse Mountains. I'm kind of on it, in it. I don't know. There's another bit. I don't think you're going to be able to see this, but there's another bit just there to the right. It's all covered in fog, but that's the Glasshouse Mountains. And let me just fling this around. Okay, so I am currently, I don't know where, somewhere between Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast. I took a turn off at Beer Barham, driving along Steve Irwin Way, and this is kind of where I've ended up. It said Beer Barham Lookout, and I thought, oh, that sounds good. And then it said Glasshouse Mountains Lookout, and I thought, oh, that sounds even better. But this road is super long, and I'm sort of getting a bit over driving on these roads, which is funny because it's only day one of my trip. Now, I am going to quickly show you. There's little Missy, little madam in her bed. And I don't know if you can. And there's Button in his bed. And this is basically my home for the next week. You can see all the stuff in the back. That's all going to be reorganized. But basically, this is a massive, 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 massive van. So I left yesterday. I went down and I picked up the van. And I got there at about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. And they said it was going to be another hour before I could get the van. And I wanted to go to Woolworths, and I wanted to go to the sushi. Woolworths is a shopping food centre, and I wanted to get some sushi as well from this amazing sushi place in Brisbane. And I didn't know how I was going to do that and get the van and get back and get everything done that I needed to get done yesterday. So when I turned up at the place and they said, you've got another hour, I thought, okay. I need to go to Woolworths. I need to go and buy fruit. I need to buy some veg. I need to buy some travelling food. And I wanted to go to the sushi place, so I went to the sushi place as well, and then walked down to the van, to the car hire place, and it still wasn't there. She offered me a four-wheel drive, and I was so tempted to take the four-wheel drive. It was one of their biggest four-wheel drives. But it wasn't as big as this. And even though having the four-wheel drive would have been awesome because it meant I could go off-road on the way down and go into really weird, wacky places, it wasn't as big as this. And I knew that I had quite a fair bit of stuff that I at least needed to, be taking up to the Sunshine Coast and then possibly getting rid of when I get there. So I got the van instead, and she ended up knocking off quite a big chunk of the price, which was awesome. And I'd asked for compensation and they initially said no. So I don't know what turned her around, but she turned around. And then driving back, I came back to Brisbane, packed up the car, drove it down to a friend of mine on the Gold Coast. She's about an hour south of Brisbane, and dropped stuff off. And it was amazing because she's someone that I randomly met around the lake when I was walking my dogs around the lake when I was staying on the Gold Coast. And I don't really know her, but she's so lovely. It's like I've known her forever, but I don't really know her at all. I know her and her husband, and, they're lovely. And they received a whole pile of stuff from me when I moved out of varsity. And half the stuff they'd been asking for, but they just weren't, they weren't in a position to get it, so they didn't. And this time round, I had a Mixmaster, which is like a KitchenAid, and a shoe hanging thing, and just all this stuff that she said, oh my God, in the last week, we've been asking for this, and we've been asking for this. And it was almost like she was so open with receiving, and I'm so open to giving, that the two came together, and it was beautiful. The synchronicity was amazing. So then I drove back up and I dropped off my grandma's chair to a friend in Brisbane, and it was quite funny there as well because she had been wanting a chair for the corner, but she didn't know what kind of chair, and all of a sudden my chair appears. And then I also asked her if she wanted my Mediball or Fitball, big round ball that you normally exercise on. I use it to sit at the desk. And she said, well, her office chair just died the day before and she was thinking about getting one. So, wham, one appears. So that was really cool. And then I took myself out for Indian that night thinking that they had this place I go to, they have the $10 special. And they said at the end, he charged me full price. And I asked, don't you do the $10 special? And he said, well, no, we don't. That's only Monday to Friday. And I said, well, bugger. Okay. And just let it be. And then he said, oh, I'll do it anyway. So that was awesome because the place is, it's Bombay Bliss. Bombay Bliss? Yeah. Bombay Bliss at Milton, and they do the most amazing butter chicken. And I've been vegetarian now for, I think, 5 months. Yes, this is the second time around. And been vegan since I was staying at this person's place in Brisbane. And I just heard last night, you know what? It's the best butter chicken. You know it is because you've had a taste of the sauce when Anne had it when I went out to dinner with her. You've had some of the sauce. So go and get it. Go and have it. And I thought, okay. So yesterday, twice, 2 things that I had to pay for, both were discounted. One of them 50%, which was very cool. And the other one was around, I don't know, $100 or something that was, taken off the price. So that was really, really super cool for me. And now I left this morning. I packed up the car and I left this morning, and I'm on my way to the sunny coast to go and see Jeremy, who is from 24 Hour Wealth Coach, and we've had some really amazing conversations. So I thought, okay, I've been feeling and hearing I've needed to go up to the Sunshine Coast for about the last 6 months, and I've kept putting it off, and now it's okay, let's do it, let's go. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm heading up to the Sunshine Coast. So I am on Beerburn Mountaintop. Given that it's Glasshouse Mountain Lookout, I'm obviously not on Glasshouse Mountains yet, but I'm driving along Steve Irwin Way and I'm about to drive through it. So this is what I got was, this is my who the fuck am I journey this week, this next 6 days or 7 days, however long I'm going to be driving, is basically me and the dogs and the odd person's place that I stay at. But yeah, essentially I'm on my own, driving on my own and going to different places on my own. So it is going to be very much finding my own energy and finding the space in me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is, I call this day 1, but it's really day 2 because it really started yesterday. So this is day 2 and it's pissing down with rain outside and it is absolutely divine. So I will do another video later this afternoon, I'm sure, once I've been to see Jeremy.